Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Science. I am Professor Luis Rodriguez. Today we're going to bring to you about a man and a woman, how they should look like. This is a man with a penis. This is a woman with a vagina and breasts. That's the way they were born. When a man is born, he's born with a penis, and the first thing the nurse says, congratulations, you have a boy. When a girl is born, the nurse says, congratulations, it's a girl. She has a vagina. So a man plus a woman equals Willie Thomas. What Willie Thomas wants to be, I don't know. I think the man is confused. But to each their own.
Hey, thanks, Professor Rodriguez. That was a great lesson.
Yeah.
Just when you thought going hard in the paint was a basketball term, welcome to the NCAA's Whoa Man Swimming Championship. This is the Laughing Libertarian. I'm your host, Alan McFarland, but you already knew that. Next to me, though, is the host of Faith, Family, and Politics, Josh Cummins.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for sacrificing your career. And this week, we need to talk about Willie Thomas. Oh, Willie Thomas. And that women's championship that Willie Thomas won.
Well, second place was Emma Wyant.
Emma Wyant, the Olympian.
Yeah.
Emma Wyant. Silver in the championship, Emma Wyant.
Yeah.
Why ain't she number one?
That's what Ron DeSantis was wondering this week.
And that's great because Ron DeSantis really stepped his game up this week and struck down any idea that Willie Thomas...
He couldn't stay in his lane.
Well, he worked his balls off to get there.
Yeah.
So... And, kind of wonder what kind of secret tech he might have.
Yeah, well, it's definitely an unfair advantage.
Penis propeller.
Yeah.
I think that's all Willie Thomas is doing these days. But no, I really loved how the people just kind of backed off. All the other second and third place backed up, left Willie Thomas
To rise to the occasion.
There you go. And Willie Thomas definitely did. But, on a serious note, though, seeing that no one is coming out and saying anything about this. I mean, really, we're hearing a little bit, fringe media is allowed to talk about it. A lot of people can't talk about Willie Thomas. And I don't know, you think there'd be a lot more feminist groups that came out and said something.
Darn the patriarchy. They're winning in everything, even women's sports.
Right? I mean, we had weightlifting.
Yeah.
We obviously have Willie Thomas.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Willie. And when we're talking fighting, we've seen some fighting there.
Yeah.
And I think we even have a good old fashioned elected official from Joe Biden.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The woman of the year.
The woman of the year.
Yeah. Take that, ladies.
And that's a whoa man of the year. Absolutely. And why aren't these ladies coming out and saying it? I mean, it's killing me because you think in domestic abuse situations, right? You see it, you hear about it, you report it.
Certainly.
Right? But these women are silent, knowing that Willie Thomas, right here, is beating on women every single Saturday, all over the country, and no one's saying a thing.
That's rough.
That is rough.
I mean, I wouldn't want to make waves.
Fair. And speaking of something that's not rough, it's unfortunately Willie Thomas, so he doesn't make waves.
I'm sorry for roping you into that one.
Well, at least you stayed in your lane.
Yeah.
So, dang it. So obviously you can see this is a special show. We had to have some fun. And I think this is a good transition for me right now, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take this off. I'm ready for a different league.
351! 351! Rover, sit! Hut!
Really, what does this mean? I mean, women's sports moving forward, women's scholarships. I'm just going to be honest and serious right now.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, let's definitely be honest with ourselves. But women's sports moving forward, I mean, I have a daughter.
Yeah.
And she's going to want to play sports. She is now. But what happens when out of 10 to 12 people we have on a basketball team, women's basketball team, most of them weren't born that way. You hear a lot of people talking about, well, you're suppressing their testosterone, so on and so forth. And Journey loves talking in here. She's playing with the toy, which ironically sounds a lot like Willie Thomas's breast when it comes out of the pool. Squeaky, squeaky. So anyway,
I'm glad that we could get you abreast of the situation.
Oh, thank you so much. Anyway, so what really it comes down to is that a lot of women moving forward, a lot of girls who have worked their butts off. I understand the guys worked their balls off to get there. The women, the woe men have gotten there. But I mean, just think, full basketball teams of nothing but woe men and a bunch of women who have really put in the work. They don't get a chance to compete. My whole thing is, why aren't some of these people challenging men in men's leagues? That's my real question. Yeah,
you made a good point there, talking about females who transition into males. Yeah, you don't see them going into the male leagues.
No, not at all.
I think they would really regret getting on the same court as, I don't know, LeBron James. As much as I can't stand the guy, he would crush any woman who became a man on the court.
Big man pancake.
That is completely fair. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine them doing that. And I mean, how horrible would it be? They're really not used to maneuvering balls with other men.
Oh,
let alone their own.
Never thought about it that way. But I bet Willie Thomas did.
Willie Thomas definitely did. Tucks him probably. I think he's more of probably a taper. Like tapes it back, keeps it slick, or just relies on the shrinkage from the pool. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder how his breaststroke is.
Should like to cut that cake.
Hey, yo, hold it. Hey, yo, you trying to look at my lumps? I'll pull off my G-string and handle mine.
Let's go.
I mean, he did finish fourth in the breaststroke.
Well, you think he would have did better in that areola.
Exactly, especially since he's a college-age guy who has his own to practice with.
Right.
But the ladies really got the shaft from old Willie Thomas when he won the 500 freestyle, proving once again that trans women excel when the form is made up.
Well, I think this went swimmingly.
I mean, I think so too. And I want to take the time to go ahead and thank Josh from Faith, Family, and Politics. Go like, subscribe, share it, watch it, love it. It's fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I definitely want to take the time to thank our Professor Rodriguez.
I'm glad to make a splash.
Yes, sir. And guys, I know we've had a good time here, but I'm off to take Brittany Griner's spot on the Mercury. Yes. All right. Here we go. Come on. Get it together.
I'm trying.
Who's